Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for attending this meeting tonight. Firstly, I would like to introduce my name. My name is Sarwan Siregar, and I am a high student from UNP, Universitas Negeri Padang. Today, I would like to present an article that titled ICT in English Language Teaching. So this article talk about the ICT. Okay. Next. Now we talk about introduction. The first is ICT in education and learning technology is the study and ethical practice of facilitating learning and improving performance by creating, using, and managing appropriate technological process in the resources. So, ICT also called the study because it is aligned with the educational process. So, the using of ICT is used to facilitate and improve the performance by creating, using, and managing appropriate technological process and resources. Next. Information and communication technology in education refers both to an array of tools and also to the principle for their effective of application in learning. So the technology is not also, of course, in education. The technology is in education not also refers to the tools, but also how we applicate and combine the ICT in our learning process. So this is the important things that technology in education is not about tools, but also how we applicate the technology in our learning process. Next. In education, computer technology has become so essential that the government put ICT as one of the curriculum in Indonesian's education. So, for our information, our country, Indonesia, has put the ICT into their curriculum because this era they are concerned that they are considering that ICT is really important in our education. That's will that ICT will improve our educational aspects. Next, it has become a major issue in education world. It has been used from preschool through to university that could facilitate students and teacher in teaching and learning process. So the using of ICT is used from preschool to the university. It's also used by students and teacher in teaching and learning process. They all of teachers and educators using using this ICT, of course, to facilitate their student to get more successful in their educational process. Next. Based on the use of ICT, it can be applied in three different scopes. Such, the first one is curriculum, topics, and teaching process. So we can put and combine ICT to these three aspects. The first one is curriculum, topics, and teaching process. Next, the sensitivity of the technology a more important task in attaining a higher achievement in the area of education, professional career, and social relationship at which its literacy is a requisite. So the technology can help ones to get more important tasks and also in attaining a higher achievement in the area of educational, career, and social relationship. Next one. Okay, now we talk about the benefits of ICT in general. ICT is found to be advantageous in several ways, as mentioned by Harrington. The first one is technology facilitates exposure to authentic language. So, by using technology or ICT, get the authentic language. You can watch the video, maybe the conversation between two people that they are is a native speaker. As a you can get a novel, the real authentic novel that use English language and etc. The next one, technology provide the access to whether source information a varieties of language. So you can more surf the internet to find more information and more the varieties of language. The next one, technology gave the opportunity to people to communicate with the world outside. So when we are using technology, let's say that it is a social media or something that we can use to communicate, we can communicate with other people around the world. You can communicate with native speaker, you can chat or you can give a message to native speaker and they will message you. You can get more some information about their country maybe, etc. Technology allows learner-centered approach. So this the important one. When we are using technology and allows our student using technology, we have to consider that a learner-centered approach will increase when they are using technology, when our student using technology. Next one is technology develop learners autonomy. So they can manage their own problems with ICT. They can develop their creativity using their technology. Next one. Okay, now we are talking about the advantages. What the advantages when we using ICT in education? The first one is the information recall will quickly and easily. So when we are using the ICT or technology, we can get more information and it is easy and of course by uh, by making our progress to the use or technology. Next, innovation in learning is growing in the presence of learning innovations that further facilitate the educational process. So, the innovation in learning is growing in the presence of learning innovation. So, it is something that really important to consider that the innovation will be increased when we are using ICT or technology in educational process. The next one, progress of ICT will also allow the development of virtual classroom or classroom-based teleconference that doesn't require the educator or learners are in one room. So we are facing this point when we are studying, we are not study uh, in the class as usual, but we are studying through teleconference using an application. Let's say it's Zoom or Google Meet or etc. And it is because world pandemic COVID-19 that we are facing together in this world. So it's make us, all of students around the world, using Google Meet or Google or Zoom to make a meeting through this application. Next, system administration in an institution will be more easily and smoothly because of the application of ICT system. So we have to consider that the use of ICT system can make the administrators more easily and smoothly to do their work. Next, okay, disadvantages. Beside advantages, ICT also have disadvantages. The first one is progress of ICT will also occur of violation of intellectual property rights for the easy access to the data that is causing people plagiarism will commit fraud. So that's the really important to us to have to fully understand that to not use technology uh, in a bad in in a in bad in a bad thing, because it will make us get some, you know, some, we can get something that really bad. Although the system of the administration of an educational institution like a system without a gap, but if there's a recklessness in running the system would be dangerous. So even though our administration in a school, let's say, is really good and without a gap, but if someone making a recklessness in a running system, it will become uh, dangerous. So it can share our information to other people, and they can share it to or post it to social media and etc. One of the negative impact of television is to train children to think short and survive concentrate in a short time. So the ICT also make a student or children think short and survive concentrate in a short time. Next, research suggests that incorporating ICT into the English language to the English curriculum can. The first one is improving writing and reading skills. So the incorporating or integrating ICT into the English language curriculum can improve. Of course, we can improve our writing and reading skills, and also develop speaking and listening skill. And the last one is support collaboration. Our collaboration, we can collaborate with our friend. We can more creative. We can more independent in our and reflection, and also and publication to be easily shared and our student to opportunity the opportunity to explore the language of text more creatively and develop as a speakers, writers, and reader. They can Our student can be a good speaker, good writer, and good readers. Also, with their creative by using this ICT. So the ICT is really important to the curriculum of the curriculum that we applied in our school. Next, what can ICT? What can ICT can enable students to? So there are several points that ICT can enable students to. The first one is access information and respond to widening range of text. We can get information and respond uh, a good text from the internet or from our gadget, of course, by using these tools. Yeah. Next, organize and present information in a variety of forms, broaden the range of audience for their work. So, when we are going to present something, information to our friends, to our colleague, or our lecturer, teacher, we can make it in a variety of forms. Also with ICT. So the ICT is really important uh, in the educational process. We can and also in several things. Next, compose a widening range of text words for a broad range of purpose. Compose for real audiences. ICT can support them in their choice of genre for audience and purpose. Identify key characteristic and feature of text. And the last is develop understanding of language and critical literacy. Next, conclusion. So, what the what we can get from the ICT? The first, ICT-based learning can provide vast opportunities for students to hone and promote competence on on an international scale. So, by using this technology, our student can get an opportunities to hone their competence and promote their competence to an international scale, not only in national scale, but to the entire international scale. They can go abroad and show up to the world and get what they want to share their competence to other people. Next, the role of the teacher as a facilitator, driving force, motivator, and consultant remains crucial even though learner autonomy is considerably increased in comparison with, with traditional foreign language teaching. So, even though we are using this ICT or technology, we can separate the role of the role of the real teacher, because teacher is let's say it's the premier. We can substitute it, our teacher, to the ICT and let it just go and make it more easy to applicate the ICT in educational process. Is not easy. So it's really important to understand that the ICT is just a combination in our educational process, not the substitution for the teacher. That's the point of ICT. It's just an integration or combination and etc. We have to get that point, not the substitution of a teacher, but the the integrator. We can integrate ICT technology in education, but not the teacher. The teacher is a premier. We can't substitute teacher with the ICT. So that's the really important thing to understand. Yeah, maybe that's all what I want to say. Maybe if you find some mistakes, I'm really sorry. Thank you so much for your attention. Uh, last, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.